Hello friends and welcome to lesson number 10. We are studying manufacturing in India and this is the ninth video of this lesson. In this video friends, we will study about a very particular topic which is called SEZ, okay, Special Economic Zones. And these special economic zones are for the development of manufacturing and exports. So this is a concept which was introduced way back in India. It has become successful to some extent, but also its reach is limited and very few SEZs could actually become successful. So we'll first see what is the rationale behind having SEZs, and then slowly we will get into how it has helped exports and manufacturing in our country. So first of all, let us study why SEZs were introduced, the rationale behind. To create world-class industrial enclaves isolated from domestic bottlenecks. So this is basically a cluster where you are providing them with world-class infrastructure, with all the laboratories, with physical infrastructure like buildings, roads, electricity, water supply. So this special infrastructure, world-class infrastructure, industrial conclaves are called SEZs. And they also provide some tax incentives. So whoever is operating within that SEZ, they get some tax benefits. Single window clearances, meaning they don't have to run 10 offices to get 10 permissions. Now it can be done through a single portal. Then superior infrastructure and export oriented ecosystems. It is modeled on successful East Asian export zones. Okay, so SEZ in India, they have taken inspiration from East Asian countries' export zones. What are the key features? It was defined in, I told you it was done in way back in 2005, 20 years ago. It was through an SEZ Act, a Special Economic Zone Act. What are the key features? There will be a 0% custom duty inside SEZs, up to 100% FDI through automatic route. Income tax benefits phased out later, but this was phased out. Then single window clearances, duty-free procurement of raw materials. So there will be no import duty on raw material inputs if you're buying it from outside. Faster approvals, simplified labor norms. This had to be done at the state levels. What are some of the achievements that we have actually achieved? High export contribution. SEZs often account for almost 25 to 30% of India's total exports. Currently 1/3 of total exports. Okay, created strong clusters in IT services, gems and jewelry, pharma and electronics, and it generated employment in organized sector hubs. Okay, so this is again very important. It attracted large MNCs, multinational corporations, invest in India, especially in IT and electronics. So SEZs is not just about manufacturing of physical commodities, also in IT. Software also has SEZs. Then what are some of the limitations of these SEZs? As I've told you, it was not a model which had 100% success. So the one issue or one limitation was about land acquisition issues. In early years, several stalled projects. So many SEZs they started, but progress was stalled because of land acquisition issues. See, if you want to build a industrial cluster, you need to acquire land, right? Private land. And there are a lot of issues when it comes to acquisition of land. There's a lot of local, protest, and people will demand more money. So those kind of things happen. Many zones used mainly for IT services and not manufacturing. Again, as I've told you, SEZ was not just for manufacturing, but also for services. But our target here is to boost manufacturing and physical goods and not services, because we are already doing good in services. But these zones were mainly used for IT services rather than manufacturing. So the bottom line, the actual fundamental spirit or reason behind it was defeated. Phasing out of direct tax incentives reduced attractiveness. As I've told you, income tax was phased out, and then attractiveness of these SEZs slowly reduced. Limited depth of local supply chains, high import content within zones. So as I've told you that lot of raw materials were imported and we were dependent on import, so we had to do away with a lot of import duties and tax that was getting collected through it. So again, there was a limited depth of local supply chain. So locally produced inputs were limited and we had to depend a lot on imports. Fragmented state implementation, uneven performance. Not all states had equal implementation of this act. So some states they performed well, like Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra, but some states they lagged behind. Some developers misused SEZs for real estate profits. Okay, so that is again another problem. What is the way forward? The way forward here is that we need to build large scale China style coastal zones with integrated logistics. Okay, coastal because it will be easier for exports and imports, and link SEZs to industrial corridors, ports and airports. We need to build an entire ecosystem where these special economic zones will be linked to the other industrial corridors, through which if they can either take inputs or give their products as the intermediate goods. Also we need to connect them to ports, airports, so that import and exports are easier. And we need to expand it to labor intensive sectors like textile, toys, leather and food processing. We have to align SEZ policy with the PLI, that is production linked incentive policy, Gati Shakti and FTAs. We have to shift focus from tax incentives to infra quality, plug and play factories and supply chain integration. So as much as you make life easy for the investor, for the owner of the factories, it will be successful. So even if you give a lot of tax incentives, and if there are other issues like infrastructure quality and other things which should be available which are not available, then people will not come and invest. And SEZs are still India's best opportunity to build a globally competitive manufacturing ecosystems, but they must evolve from isolated tax havens to deep cluster based supply chain hubs. So friends, these are some of the important words which you must keep in mind, use in your answers also. Cluster based, supply chain hubs, right? Then manufacturing ecosystem, globally competitive. These are some of the important terms that you should use. SEZs aim to help them, but there are other issues also which we have seen. Limited basically success because of uneven implementation in various states. So this is how SEZs help boost exports along with its challenges. We'll continue manufacturing in the next video also.